Go Beaver! Away!
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to another Crits Cast production. Tonight, we are going to be having a look at Respawn League Australia New Zealand Highlander Season 8. This is Week 7 of the Premier Division, and we're going to be watching Nuclear Ratz versus Crippled Cartel. I am Michael. On production is Wiethoofd, and tonight with me on the microphone in front of it, instead of behind it this time, is Connor. We decided to have a look at this game because this game is very impactful for playoffs going forward. Nuclear Ratz and Crippled Cartel, these teams right now seated 4th and 5th on the ladder, but they are tied, so the winner of this game will make playoffs. On the side of Crippled Cartel, they are going to be running Luna on Scout, Spartan on Soldier, Ginger Cat Meow on Pyro, Default on Demo, Dirk or Crud on Heavy, Lugnuts on Engineer, Vashta on Medic, Zoek on Sniper, and Ginger Charmer on Spy. Very well-rounded team, and a lot of these players have been around for a very long time, so it's going to be good to see what they can pull out on these maps.
We've got Morton on Scout, who's replacing Solres. That's going to be a bit of a change. Got our Lucky, Magnet, Poisey, Kerski, Sperkle, Harrison, Brady, and Lev.
As we do have the first ready up going, and we'll get to see what type of defense Nuclear Ratz are going to put up on this first point, whether they go all in or if they're going to sit a bit back.
Just real quick, some predictions for this, Michael, because I think there's, I don't know, I don't want to seem, biased, but I think there's a good chance that Nuclear Ratz actually will push this. They've got a lot of practice on this map now, and I'm not super sure if Crippled scrim this too much, so...
Crippled's a weird team. I don't think they scrim that much, just in general. A lot of their players are very busy. They do, to my knowledge, sometimes have issues fielding players for official games. But it seems like they've got their pretty much core roster tonight, so I don't think they'll have any complaints, but I'd say they are the favourites. I think Nuclear Ratz need to get a really good first and second hold to be able to make this game a close one, as we are 5 seconds off of the gate opening. This is Respawn League Season 8, Week 7 Premier Division. Nuclear Ratz on the defense and Crippled Cartel on the offense. And what are you seeing, Connor? Anything catching your eyes as the gates open?
Immediately just saw the flank of Nuclear Ratz getting spammed off that house roof there, and this soft hold on the first point here is a little bit worrying, considering what you just said, that they'll need that strong first hold here. Actually, this Spy, I don't know how this Spy is still alive right now.
Yeah, he just walked in front of the entire team, and actually, to make pretty much all of the space right out the gate was Zoek getting kills onto Brady and I think Koski. I'm pretty sure it was the Heavy that went down there. But that's... oh no. I said they needed a strong first, and I'm pretty sure it's like a 46-second cap with only a soldier in there in the tunnel. It looks like the soldier may fall any moment now without getting a kill, so they're going to need a brilliant second hold here, but both teams are full over, so it could definitely happen.
Lev just being found by their pyro there, but and no force on first, or no, pick class on a combo. It kind of, I don't know, it doesn't bode well for Nuclear Ratz's second hold here.
Yeah, definitely the force is something that you need, and as they lose the pyro coming through the shutter door, this is going to be the push from Crippled Cartel that they really wanted. The gun will go down. It does look like they'll lose their own Pyro and Demo Man during the push, but to kill the gun, the Pyro, and the Spy, as well as the Engineer and his gun, that's going to let them get the cart out of tunnel and look at staging a second push to finish off this second point.
Yeah, the revenge crit's just coming out of Lugnuts there on a Mort. That can't mess with those minis. It's a risk taking those things down, honestly.
Yeah, it is, especially with someone like Lugnuts. Like some other engineers, around these teams, you think, oh, yeah, he's not going to hit every shot in the frontier just as clear. But then you realise you're facing Lugnuts, and he will.
Just noticing here too, the combo of nuclear rats actually isn't really holding up here anymore. They've sort of been pressured out here and lost everything.
Yeah, they just took a lot of damage. Demo got very low going back, and their traps are dead. So they will realize this on the side of Crippled Cartel, go and clean up the lingering players in tunnel, and they will, I say they will cap the cart, but they're kind of half-arsing it right now, just Spartan, and finally Zoet catching up with them. With Lev looking to try and make something happen, but he will fall as Spurkle goes down as well on the side of Nuclear Rats. And that's the gun going down as well with Spurkle, so I think we might just see another Uber exchange here from the side of Crippled Cartel.
It's certainly looking like it. Like, Nuclear Rats keeps leaving points here and they're not forcing out that trade at the very minimum or, you know, getting a pick on the med, anything like that. Actually, as I say that, the combo's just kind of walking into the house here and just feeding a bit.
Yeah, and I have actually just realized, I have a feeling that Luna and Default actually swapped, because I'm seeing Luna on demo right now. So, not a huge change. I think they're both pretty similar on demo, man. I think Luna's probably the better player on both, though. So, on a map like this, I can definitely see the swap to him being a bit of an improvement to the lineup, since it's payload scout. Doesn't really matter that much.
Yeah. Got, Mort behind at the moment, just sort of playing, you know, the typical insect role here, and he picks up a heavy kill there.
Yeah,
and,
definitely not a bad pick.
That's a good thing they'll slow down Crippled Cartel a little bit here, and he's on the meta at the moment. Oh my god, he gets that force out.
Yeah, I will say good dodging by Vashta there to try and drag it out as long as possible, but someone like Mort is not going to succumb to some measly ADing. The force does come out, and Lev actually gets found. Ginger Cat Meow walks right into him, gives him a big old kiss, and then they part ways, run away. Still a better love story than Twilight, as Lev is going to go and wait for the full health kit, make sure no one's around. And we're going to see Uber Trade Part 3 on the third point, as we have Ginger Charmer coming in, big pick onto the engineer, but doesn't get the gun, and that's the important one. Manages to find the face of the gun, as Poisey, Demolition there doing his job, demolishing the entire combo. Heavy, Medic, and the Sniper down all at the same time. Demo to fall shortly afterwards, as does Default on Scout. So no Uber trade, as that is Nuclear Rats with a 70% Uber advantage.
Yeah, they sort of just walked into that room when Brady was a bit forward there, and I think they might have been intending to maybe catch him and a combo member out, but they just quickly, you know, lost a pirate of the sticks and then slowly started to crumble.
Yeah. I'll be completely honest here, their tag is throwing me off. I keep seeing NR and thinking Nerd Rage.
I've played on the team too, and it's confusing enough for me at the moment swapping between players. Like, we actually have Ginger Charm up on the gun again, he gets the sap off.
But this time the engineer's still up, so they're having a really hard time dealing. I think it's mostly this gun. They know what they want before they push, but you need to be able to actually get it. They're going for the far push this time. They've got the Uber up in this house. I'm not quite sure what their plan is, because Brady's just watching the angle here. The moment Vashta crosses, he's gonna have a sideline.
This is quite possibly the most nerve-wracking point for Vashta right now, trying to cross that, but they actually don't opt to. They're now rotating back up one way and going, okay. So they're rotating back to the house now.
I like that. I like that play. Just make them a little bit distracted instead of having everything there.
They haven't been noticed yet.
Oh my lord. They've come in. Uber's been used. Brady lucky down Spurkle with his gun falls as well. And with pretty much the entire flank down, Boise dying as well. And I think we may see Kaoski dead as well. Harrison did manage to get in spawn, but with the rest of his team falling, Lev will not be able to stop that car. That's about a 4-minute push from second to third for a 6:26 time here. But Lev, he's coming up behind Vashta. Is he going to be able to make something happen? Or will Ginger Charmer, brilliant reflect to keep him out of his medic's back? But they may have to sacrifice Luna for it. Does get behind the wall, will catch an arrow. And if I'm on the side of Crippled Cartel here, I'm keeping this pressure forward. Sniper, Sabai, both down.
I'm just incredibly impressed with that heads-up player. Just rotate to the house, like through one way there. And actually, we are back now.
Ooh, that one.
Not really much happening. Nuclear Ratz is sort of backing up here. I'm just going to sit back on that point. Lev almost ate 2 rockets there. And he looks like he's going to get a dome pick here. So that'll actually slow down that momentum a little bit, which is kind of what they need at the moment.
Yeah, definitely, but they lose Lev on fire running through the last second last point. Not gonna have a good chance of surviving there. And you've got pretty much just Lucky on the side of Nuclear Ratz trying to take that house area, but he gets a little too greedy and he will fall to the rockets of Spartan, but he won't just yet. He's going to look at taking the fight with Mort, but it won't happen. There'll be some trading with players here and there, but nothing too important. Offensive engineer and scout, defensive soldier and scout. But that's a big one. Ginger Charmer onto Brady, going to open up those sniper sightlines for Zoic to try and make something happen. And he does just have such an open sightline here. If he can hit a shot, he'll get anything, and he does get Spurkle. That is going to be the engineer down, and that is the crumble from Nuclear Ratz here. The entire team going down as the Uber comes in from Vashta, and this is just going to be bleeding players on the car. And this is going to end up being a respectable time for the side of Crippled Cartel of 8 minutes 14 seconds.
That's the kind of time you want, especially like, I think the thing that enabled that too, that last point going in, I think that was less than a minute?
I think it may have been exactly a minute.
It might have
I think it was exactly a minute from third to last, which is not what you want. But I think the most disappointing thing is third to fourth was less than a minute. Yeah. I'm pretty sure it was 6:26 capping third, 7:14 capping fourth. Like fourth is the big hold on Swiftwater rather. You know, like that's where you want to be making your time, is that massive open field, set your sniper up, and then hold them there. You know, it's just great for pretty much every defensive class. You've got a lot of room to work with, and you've just got to walk through a giant open area on the side of offense. But lo and behold, it did fall.
After that crumble on third, it was a bit, you know. Yeah, I think Nuclear Ratz were taken off guard a little bit by that, and not being able to sort of set up on fourth, that just, wounded them there, and then that momentum just rolled into last.
4, 3, 2.
And we'll see what happens here. I do like the decision here to passive hold on the side of Crippled Cartel. 8 minutes, it's a respectable time for offense, but it's definitely holdable if you get a good third and fourth hold. And that's all they need right now, is a good third, good fourth. They'll manage to keep the gun up with the attempt from Lev, as Zoek hit a very nice headshot there to take Lev down and keep Lugnuts and his gun alive. So we'll see how they try and break it. No big picks from Brady yet, but he is setting himself up on the cylinders here. He does get the kill under Zoek's second for the round, so we'll see if he can make anything happen. Although there is a difference that I've just noticed. I don't know how I only just noticed it, but the combo of Crippled Cartel is actually holding forward at the wall. So a split hold. It's not all the pressure in one spot to make anything happen. Although, Ginger Cat, you need to be looking behind for the spy. He's just come in and killed you heavy. But you've gone and killed the enemy Demo and Pyro as well. It's a weird trade, but the Uber advantage is in favor of Nuclear Ratz here, so Ginger Charmer's going to need to make something happen here, and Harrison's not leaving spawn, so it won't happen.
Yeah. There was a beautiful coordinated play by Nuclear Ratz there, sort of having, you know, the pyro and the soldier and whatnot jump at the same time as the spy was coming. And I don't know how I feel about that like split play there. Because the gun does a really good job of denying the roof there, but you sort of just lose all ability to, you know, support that gun.
Yeah, it can work if you manage to pull it off. They bought themselves a minute and a half on first, which isn't terrible. They definitely could have been aiming for more, and I think they honestly should have been aiming for more. It's 6 minutes left now, and they're gonna lose second very quickly here. I say that. Their gun's only just going down. Harrison is not healthy, and they do not have a demo in this right now, but it looks like that's not going to really stop them. Zoek looking for a miracle, I'd say, out here. I think he will die. No, never mind. They don't care. Who cares, sniper class? Although Lugnuts went down. Oh boy. Oh boy, Nuclear Ratz have uber disadvantage, but there's no gun. If I was them right now, I'd be looking for a force. in the next 10 seconds or so, but that's not happening. They're getting a lockdown in this house area by Crippled Cartel, so they will have to wait for their Uber and wait for the... Never mind, no guns. Lugnut's died again.
How did he just die again? Either way, they're like picking up a heavy as well. They've got all this room and house that they could be taking here. It looks like, yeah, they're gonna start doing that. They actually... Yeah, she had the cap and now they're bringing out an Uber.
Wait, did Vash just have to use on the one?
I think so.
Yeah, I think he caught the heavy retreating. They've got 5 minutes to hold fourth, and it is definitely possible. 100% possible. I've seen teams at the highest level hold Snakewater fourth for 6 minutes. It can happen, and both of these teams are capable of making it happen. But with Nuclear Ratz having their collapse on fourth last time, I think they're going to be wanting to do the same thing. As Lugnut, he's actually decided to get off of level 3s. He's running minis now.
Yeah, I've seen him do this a few times. When you need to be holding for, like you said, 5-6 minutes, it's just, I don't know if you can afford to be doing it here, but...
Yeah, there's not many people that I can think of that are that invested in DM Engineer that would do it. Lugnut's is the only one that comes to mind right now in Australia, at least. And I'll be honest, I don't know if I agree with the decision. If he can position himself properly and control a significant portion of his team's flank with himself in the gun, then it's worth it, 100%. But he needs to be able to do that, and he's putting his gun in a position to be able to do that now. Level 1 mini behind the rock, as the Ubers do come out now, trading from both teams, and it's Crippled Cartel who have the better Uber there. They use, like, 2 or 3 seconds later, get the kills on the Pyro, Soldier, Scout, Sniper as well, and Engineer dying very late after both Ubers have traded. And this is just another reset. Even Ubers, Zoek, this is the position that he loves. He can just take whatever sniper fight he wants. But Brady, I don't think Zoek saw that angle. Very nice angle through the house, on the stairs and above the wall. We'll find him. And this is the opportunity that they need to take.
Yeah, we see them sort of pushing up the hill here, the side of Crippled. Sorry. And it... Oh, actually... I thought they were about to get that heavy there for a sec. They were getting awfully close to him. Oh,
and in the meantime, it's going to be the heavy of Crud who manages to clean up every single kill.
That's... You don't want that happening. I mean, that's a bit obvious, but...
But some good did come of it. Vashka did die, so it's full Uber advantage on the side of Harrison here, as long as he can hold it, and there's been no drops yet, touch wood. They should be able to secure the 4th point here, but on the side of Crippled Cartel, they've managed to push it down. It's 2 minutes 40 left. If they can deny this first Uber, and they need to deny this first Uber, if they can do it, I think they have a very good chance. And did Ginger Cat just WM1 and force them in?
I don't know, but Lev just picked up the engineer and the gun here, which does not bode well.
Yeah,
I'm saying that so that, yeah, no Uber in play now. It's...
Yeah. Ginger Cat just walked forward, WM1 to the entire combo, and now combining with Luna, so much damage is being done to those combo plays. Ginger Charmer coming in, 2 huge picks, Poisey and Magnet both going down. Lev is edging the card in, and Crud here, I think you need to just drop down. Lev is not in a good spot to be killed. And in all of that, Harrison got an Ubersaw on a Scout.
Yeah.
Okay, fair enough. It's still Uber advantage to Crippled Cartel. Minute 47 left. And this could go either team's way. Nuclear Ratz just need 1 push. They probably have enough time for 2 pushes here. If their first push fails, they have 1 more and that's it.
Oh, Harrison, you're healing the spike.
It's better than getting stabbed himself, but they really need to be careful for Lev here. Lev is just hard committing to the cart every life, so it's never going to roll back. You've got Spartan and Crud both looking at it here, which I think is the most useful position for both of these classes on the last hole. So I think, yeah, if they keep doing this, if they can keep just the trickle of picks coming from Crippled Cartel, then it's going to be looking good for them. But before, Nuclear Ratz had 2 opportunities for a push, but not anymore. They've only got a minute left. The push does come in. They come in from the far left, and in all of that, more just runs onto the cart and caps it. No one cared about the objective. And that is Nuclear S taking map 1.
Yeah.
If the cart wasn't right on the lip, it would have failed, and I would have just called it there that Crippled Cartel had it. But because the cart was so close, Mort could just run in, tap it in the hole. Yeah, we'll see how these teams look to take advantage of it again. This is Respawn League Season 8, Week 7. Nuclear Ratz on the red team, Crippled Cartel on the blue team. If Nuclear Ratz manage to win this map, they have secured their spot as the 4th seed in playoffs of Respawn League in the Premier Division. Let's have a look and see how this first mid goes, Connor, as Brady opens it up with the demo pick.
Yeah, I'm just seeing a little bit of a soldier fight. So I think they may have been initiated after, you know, the sniper being up in the top left battlements, but like you said, that presence on point already, and like as soon as they get this, you know, it's a bit of a sad, but by the time they actually go to fight, it'll be relatively even. But here you go already, this point is just so hard to take back.
Yeah, and you've got Nuclear Ratz. They manage to cap it off, but they do lose their Pyro and Heavy before that can happen. And if you're Nuclear Ratz, you don't really want to use here, especially with Poisey just dying, and oh no, Harrison used the Uber. And with Crippled Cartel not even having it, there's no Uber to use. Lev does get found as he goes for Vashta, and with the point mostly capped, Demo and Spy down, and the Sniper not really in a position to get anything aside from the forward peeking Zoek. That will be the point in about 35 seconds, going back in favor of Crippled Cartel.
Yeah, and that sort of comes back to the thing that I think sort of picking up the players they did there, and they were able to retake that so easily because they sort of lost the bodies on point. In saying that though, it's actually Soldier all the way in on the point from underneath.
Yeah, I think the underneath area of the point is going to be something that both of these teams need to focus on a lot. Because going over top, both of these heavies are competent, both of these snipers are competent, and miniguns exist. So going over the point really isn't possible. Sometimes you just need to go under it.
It does actually look like Nuclear Ratz is rotated to the right side here and looking to make a bit of a play, although saying that, look where the demo is and where Harrison is here. They're so separated that Poisey almost dies.
Yeah, it was tricky though because Poisey managed to get across before the sniper was holding the angle, and then Harrison needed to cross the sniper sight line, so they'll use the uber early. Vashta will use as well, does drop crowd, but heavy in the point defense is not the most important class, especially if you can kill the other team's heavy. But you've got Poisey here just controlling the point completely. Luna is going to find himself with his back to Lev, does get stabbed in the butt, but not a backstab. As Crippled Cartel, they fall and give up the point, but not after a solid 90-second hold. With the bomb coming in, they'll find the sniper kill from Spartan, but that is all no medic for him.
Nice little reflect there from Magnet, but yeah, it's kind of surprising to see these retakes have been, for lack of a better word, fairly clean. Sort of expecting a lot more pressure onto the point when they're trying to retake, and you know, losing a lot more people for sure.
Yeah. It's tricky because the thing is both of these teams are holding on the point. And that's not how I would personally hold it, because like I said at the start of the game, point is really difficult to get off of. It's not hard to get onto, it's hard to get off of. And when you're holding in the middle of the point, you know, people can bomb in, and while this is all happening, Lev can just come in and kill Vashta, who is 96% Uber. That can just happen because your team's forward. You know, because you're not letting the other team try and take the point, which is easy to get onto. It can lead to opportunities like that, where you can get the med picks while they're just kind of standing in no man's land between house and spawn, but I think, you know, when these teams are going to be on even play, it's going to be the team that probably holds the point that's worse off.
Yeah, definitely, and like you were saying, you wouldn't hold out on this point. I have to agree, because like, there's quite a few instances here where like the men in the demo are the furthest forward here, and even like this is a really good spot to be, you know, it'd say if, you know, Spartan was up where Lucky is right now, he'd have the perfect opportunity.
Yeah.
And speaking of that, that's That's what's gonna happen here. He gets the force off.
Yeah, they do get the force right after actually Lucky himself up there getting the pick onto Vashta. But doesn't matter if the force came out when you lose your pyro heavy sniper demo spy. You know, when all of those players die and your medic doesn't really have anyone proper to heal, you're gonna lose the point, and it's not gonna be able to go to overtime. They will have, I'd say, probably it's gonna be 15, 16 seconds left. By the time they cap, 15 seconds. So a minute 10 deficit for Crippled Cartel, but with even Ubers here, I mean, their last hold was 90 seconds, which was half of the time they need. So let's see if they can do it again.
Yeah, we're sort of reaching that typical cough point where there's not much happening for now, but it's like, see a bit of damage coming out from Poise here. That's, again, it's like it's clustering everyone on that dispenser because it's the exact same spot the nuclear Ratz is just in.
Yeah, and look Lucky.
Yeah,
he had to use. Oh no! He got on 11 health Uber the spy, and now has to run with the aggressive Uber coming out from nuclear Ratz. I am very tempted to call this as round for them unless Ginger Charmer can come out with a miracle. He will not. Spurkle will find him and kill him. As Brady, nice pick from, where even is he? On the point? Yeah, he is on the point, killing Zoek in his own back left. As, Crippled Cartel running in, bombing forward, trying to find any slick of damage they can, and there is a lot from the explosive classes as you do have nuclear Rats bundled up on the point, but because of the late deaths, it will be the first round to go to nuclear Rats, but a close round it was, Connor.
yeah. I think we saw just how crucial it is to not be just underneath those crates, because like both soldiers just making such huge plays off of that.
Yeah.
Getting forces, getting so much damage.
And I guarantee both teams know about it, and I guarantee neither team changes.
Yeah.
As we have a lot of slower midpoint coming out so far. No soldiers bombing across the point, or at least successfully. And the first pick, well, is Lev onto Luna, and Ginger Charmer did try for something onto Brady there, but does get found, will back up and escape by the skin on his teeth. 2 health sitting in the enemy spawn. And it will be Crippled Cartel who look like they're gonna win this mid, but I say that Lugnut's the only capping player will get found on the point, as you've got Crud getting a kill on a soldier underneath, and it's just, very, very slow midpoint this time, with both teams actually getting Uber before a cap happens, and before there's any real attempt on the cap.
Yeah, I was just about to say something, but Uber comes out here and it's just a trade on point. And it doesn't look overly great for Crippled here, because they just have... Actually, in saying that, they do get that pyro though.
Yeah, it was a little tricky because the Uber from the side of Nuclear Rats was spread a lot thin. I think there were 3 players in that Uber, whereas the Uber from Vashta was just solely on Luna. But in this situation, with players outside of the Uber dying on the side of Crippled Cartel, it means that exchange itself, I'd say, went in favor of Nuclear Rats. But this mid-fight's still not over. Retake onto the point right now from Crippled Cartel. Harrison caught in no man's land, but does escape because no one cares about the medic. And I dare want to say the mid-fight's over yet, because there's ×5 on the point, but hello, Poisey, he's going to get down by the heavy. I know as well will die to Crud. He will trade himself for Chaoski, who goes on another one for Lugnut's Chaoski, Brady, Lev, all dying, and Crippled Cartel finally capped the point. That mid-fight felt as long as the last round, and both teams wiped off of it.
Yeah. A beautiful heads-up play from Lugnuts to go down that little drop-down off point and just sort of... I think the idea was to pressure them out a bit, but it ended up picking up that frag, like... Just perfect timing with the rest of this combo.
And mid-point trading, hooray. Oh, Brady,
Ooh.
Where was that pick from? Was that, that was up on the battlements, very passive. Gets the pick, and I mean, that's half a team wipe, and that's the entire combo down on the side of Crippled Cartel. Hang on, who killed Harrison? It was Spartan. I heard the headshot and thought it was Zerk, but no, it was Spartan jumping in, killing Harrison before he can get his own Uber. So, it's, even Ubers again, not close enough to really be called an ad.
Yeah. No, Brady's actually doing a pretty good job here. Like, he's literally just sitting out in the open on the crate, but he's just putting out so much pressure, and I think I may have just jinxed that one a little bit.
Yeah, I can't believe it. Getting killed by Zoek on the 22nd respawn. That is brutal for a cop.
Yeah.
Well, Crippled Cartel, they're sitting behind point here, but, oh, there we go. Okay, that's why they were sitting behind point, because there were 6 stickies on the crate. But they need to start making something happen soon. If they don't take the point while Brady's still down, they're going to find themselves in a tough spot. And, well, Brady's back up and watching the point. So, kind of a wasted opportunity there, but I think they just want to play the Uber ad. And what if I do it with
like
Ginger
it,
Charlo
yeah.
getting to it?
Yeah, and oh god, Luna just being so far in, and Vasher getting just sent to the skybox. The Uber comes back out of Nuclear Ratz here, but I don't think they can really chase off this. Yeah,
No,
they're opting to back here.
I understand why Harrison Ubered, but it's just a shame that he had to Uber there.
Yeah.
There's no way they didn't know they had. So in that last kind of 15%, I would be getting back so you don't get forced in a situation like that. But it is what it is. Ubers are even, and the point has gone back in favor of Crippled Cartel. We'll see if they can manage to flip the time back in their favor. You do have Lev being found. How does he kill Vashti there? He was just crouching on point while Lev was getting blasted around. He landed on his head and just poked him in the face with a spoon. Ginger Charmer, you're going to need to make something brilliant happen here, and it's going to need to be a kill onto Harrison. And standing on Red Crate will not make that happen, especially when you die in one rocket to Lucky. Oh no, Crippled Cartel just crumbling. The Triple C. What they're scared of the most.
It's kind of interesting here. Like, you see all of them sort of rotating around the left of the house, but wait, how many people just looked? Oh, there's a few people that looked at Lev there and didn't actually realise that. Yeah, he was awfully close to their medic.
We don't talk about that. Yeah, we don't talk about Lev getting close to the medic. Harrison gets a kill. Bind in the chat. It's a little cheeky. Ginger not going to be happy with that one. But it looks like we're just going to see more. Oh, hang on. I say Uber trading. Harrison does get forced. It's such a hard spot, but the thing is right now Vashta does not have the Uber. Luna will die, but you can see Magnet fall as well on the Pyro. Longnut's dying on the top to the headshot from Brady. And it's going to cause Nuclear Ratz to give up the point. But like I've said, this is a good thing as long as you can keep your combo players alive, and with the heavy dying, it's not looking great. Lev does get killed before he can find Vashta. That is a win for Crippled Cartel in my books, as now they can actually use their Uber coming forward. Harrison surfs away brilliantly from the sticky, and Luna's going to be left with absolutely nothing but a point in his name and his own life. So I guess that's a win. Luna didn't die post-Uber.
Yeah, well, and saying that, now again another 90 seconds to try and hold it, and with the way Crippled Cartel's sort of been crumbling on the point here, you've got to wonder how long it's going to be before, you know, they start to lose someone. Oh, please not to Lucky on top right.
Yeah, I mean, look, just don't lose the medic. Just don't lose the medic. Although I say don't lose the medic, you've got the Uber coming in. The Uber has faded and the entire combo is down on the side of Nuclear Ratz. Not looking good as you have a Scout Sniper Spy to try and make a miracle happen. Oh, never mind, here we go, Vashta coming onto the point. Big player right there, does die to the revolver of Lev. And that's 2-0, one more round, and Nuclear Ratz have secured their spot in the top 4.
Yeah.
Who would have thought it's that easy?
I think at this point Crippled probably is feeling a little bit demoralized, you know, a little bit tilted, but
Yeah,
well, probably not. I think they'd be doing a relatively decent job at, you know, keeping that sort of contained, keeping the focus on the game. But in saying that too, I kind of have a flinch now anytime Ginger Shot's behind. Just because the amount of times he's getting picks on combo members, like.
Yeah, it is kind of ridiculous. The only thing I will say is that if there was a team outside of the top 3 that could come back in a situation like this, I would say it is Crippled Cartel. If this was flipped, I'd say the game is over and Crippled Cartel would win. But these guys have a mentality Like, they know this game
Oh,
is...
there's Chris coming out here.
Oh, hang on, can they find anything with it? It doesn't seem like it. I don't know if that was a crit sticky on the Zoic, but Harrison will die, I think, just as the crits faded to a butter knife from Ginger Jama, getting his revenge for the butter knife. Lev got onto his own medic. And mid, at this point, the Uber did come out. Never mind, doesn't matter if the Uber came out because Lev found Bashta. But with a lot of the combo being down now on the side of Crippled Cartel, we will see Nuclear Ratz coming back in, looking to claim the point for themselves. And with how late they left this, their Uber advantage is huge.
We have lost control.
Yeah, you just keep saying over and over, like, how many people you can lose here just by not keeping track of that, like, those Ubers, or even just, you know, sort of where people are.
Yeah.
Like, the pick classes are just kind of running rampant at the moment.
Yeah, as Lucky unloads his whole clip on the Spartan without Spartan realizing he's there at all, so his team only just realizes it now as Vashta goes down yet again to Brady from the Battlements. I'm pretty sure that was, considering where he died. As, where I heard crits and I got scared, but no, it's the Uber coming out from Harrison. I imagined the crits were probably Lugnuts.
I just had that same reaction. I think it was Lugnuts, yeah.
He
Wait,
didn't
hang
get the
on.
force though.
Brady's in this spawn.
Huh? Why?
He got so close there.
Oh god. So I was fantasizing over Lugnuts crits, I didn't see it, but that's, you know, when a sniper's in spawn, it's never. Like, that's, yeah. That would be the nail in the coffin, right there, if Brady got a pick at all. But it doesn't matter if he gets a pick. Lunacron both are dying within the same second to a wrangled engineer and a spy. One of these things is not like the other in that it's not a combo pick class, and Lev going for the medic finds the pyro instead, and then dies to the medic under the point, who then just dies to a body shot from Brady.
Yeah, so Spartan was in. He was hopeful for something there, but I think he didn't get overly hard.
I think Crippled Cartel have checked out a little bit of this game. I just saw
Yeah.
Luna jump into the enemy team with his pipes out. But there's still a minute left. You never know. It could be a bit of a meme play. They know they've got the full Uber disadvantage. They will be able to get it in time. They will be able to. Where's Lognus? I hear the man. Did he force again? Oh, Spurkle with the revenge crits. Oh, the revenge crit Uber. That's what you like to see. And it's going to keep his team in control of the point. So, oh, actually, will it? Have I lied? Have I done a dirty fib? No, I haven't. They've held control of the point, and it looks like, yeah, it's going to be Nuclear Ratz securing the clean 3-0 with a very dominant final round. You've got Nuclear Ratz playing Chaunting Magnet too far in the open, sir. Ginger Chum is still trying to redeem his stats.
Lev actually picking up Vasha there at possibly the worst time.
Just to add insult to injury, +1 medic frag. And oh no, this is where the comeback starts. Trust me. 4-3. No, it's over. 3-0 in favor of Nuclear Ratz, securing the 2-0 sweep and guaranteeing their spot in playoffs. They are top 4. Wonderful game from Poise, honestly. 23-8, 590, 8 DPM, 2 DPM off of the 600.
I don't have many shoutouts, just, you know, Respawn admins, teams that are playing tonight, everybody on the teams.
Follow Critscast on Twitch and YouTube. And honestly, if you're watching the stream, why aren't you following on Twitch? You're here right now, the button's right there. Click on follow. Also, go to the Critscast Twitter and the Discord. And if you are feeling oh so generous, if doing a tier 3 sub and dropping bits in the chat is not enough for you, you can go and get merch and also go to Patreon. You can go through and spend money there. The merch is actually really cool. But there's a Balloonicorn with sunglasses. It's brilliant. And I'm being told there's face masks. That is not on the picture that I'm being shown here. That is amazing. Face masks. So if you, in these trying times, need to mask up, why not get a Critscast face mask? I think that would be the perfect addition to any wardrobe. And I'll leave it at that. So yeah, thank you again, everyone, for this evening. And we will see you next time for the next Respawn League cast.
Hi, old beaver! Away!